everybody. As you guys can see, it's just going to be Candy and I today. There has been a lot of things that are going on, as you guys probably know if you guys have been following the Truth Tour, that Jason had to leave early due to some personal stuff, and he is still dealing with that personal stuff as we are talking right now. So let us send him as much energy as we can at this time. And I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for sticking with us every moment and every second that you can as we are transitioning through these high energies and high frequencies, as we know that is causing rifts between families, between friends, between even ourselves, especially ourselves, and it's making us get in our own way. So that I was dealing with today. So you guys are not alone in that endeavor.
Part of the journey, right?
It is part of the journey.
Yeah.
And you know, one of the biggest things I've realized is, if you guys notice, I'm not laughing as much. I'm not laughing as loud as I used to be, or as long as I used to be, or as much as I used to be. And it came to my attention that me talking about what has happened to me in the past was that I was using that as, you could say, a scapegoat of not wanting to share my pain, not wanting to share what I've been through with anyone, and hiding behind that laughter. And it's caused me being able to share it with you guys, to understand and understand that I was hiding. Even though that I was open and willing to talk about anything and everything, that is the one thing that I was really hiding from. Because I didn't want you guys to experience the pain that I've been through, but that's something that I truly need to do. Because right now I can really feel that the kids, the men and the women and the children that are in those dumbs, are going to be coming up very soon. And we have to be ready for that. And that's why I'm coming to the point to where I can share this and allow you guys to ask me questions. Because I know, for one, I am strong enough to where you can ask me any question, and I won't go and commit suicide because of a certain question. No. I could deal with these memories. I'm strong enough to deal with these memories. I'm strong enough to be able to deal with these energies that are coming into my experience. But I need you guys to ask me questions, to pick at my brain, because these kids, these men and these women, are going to need every single one of us to be ready. Every single one of us. And the one thing that we truly need is to not look at them with pity, to not look at them with these sad eyes. I'm so sorry you've been through that. But what they need to see, what I need to see, is strength in those eyes of yours. That's what's going to pull them through. And the one phrase, that one phrase is going to change their life. The more that you say it, the more it's going to bring healing. You are safe with me. You are safe in my safe space. And I am here. That is the one thing that we truly are going to need to stand in when this comes about. And allowing them to share when they are ready to share what they have experienced. Because I know what it feels like to be experimented on. I know what it feels like to be drugged up and raped incalculable times. I don't know how many times it has happened to me on a daily basis. But I wasn't the only one there, too. Because I'm remembering this. The screams, you could... I tried... How could I put this into words? I tried being as quiet as I could so they wouldn't hear me when I was going through it. Because the more sounds, it was horrifying. And even now, I can hear all of those voices. And it pains me to know that I wasn't the only one there, but I'm the only, it's like, it feels like I'm the only one that escaped. Okay, my head hurts. I could feel my brain wanting to lock it away again. Hey. Bye, Mia. Jesus Christ. So, what are we going to talk about?
Wow. Talk about starting hard and heavy.
Right.
Wow.
Whoa, it's a good training for all of us, and it's especially a good training for me to be able to, just share it and deal with it in front of everyone that is watching right now.
Well, they're family.
Yeah. Trust. It took me a long time to be able to get to this area of trusting myself so I could trust everyone else in this experience. Thank you, everyone.
So Diane says, you're safe here, kid. We're blessed by the truth. Thank you. And Rochelle says, survivor's guilt is the most dramatic emotion to endure. I feel ya. And then so many are saying, bless you and love you and appreciate your vulnerability and hi, Candy.
Just the one. Hi, Candy.
Hi, Candy.
But you know what's funny is that even though that I feel like I'm the only one that survived, the one person that helped pull me through this is the one that's sitting right next to me right now. She's learned how to make me feel safe. And that is a big part, a very big part for all of us.
I've also learned how not to piss him off so much, too. And when I do, how to diffuse it.
Shh, boss man. It's been a lovely journey. This has been a very lovely journey, and I could tell that the journey of us breaking free is coming to an end.
Oh.
But the beginning of living free, living in our own power, living in who we are, is coming to fruition. And it's because of the family here, of all the families that we have created, not just here at High Vibes Up. And when I say High Vibes Up, I'm not talking about Kid and Candy, okay? I'm talking about all of us, because that's what it is. It's the we, not me, right? Well, we at High Vibes Up has been spreading all this family, all this connection to all of these other places that are these other outlets, you could say. And you guys are creating those ripples. You guys are creating the ripples. You guys are creating that family in all these other places. And without you, we wouldn't have gotten this far.
You know, Kid was drawing me a picture, just a visual. I think it was earlier today or last night when he was talking about the ripples, and he says, think about it. The ripples go out. You can barely see them anymore. They hit the shore, the other side of...
At the edges.
Yeah. And then they come back. And I went, oh my God. I don't know about you, but I have often not thought about that. How the ripples come back too. And that affects our family and our children and our children's children and our friends. And all that we associate with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You remember that saying from the Bible, the sins of the forefathers get passed down to the fathers, that get passed down to the sons and daughters. So let's change the word sin. The love of the family get passed down to the fathers, that get passed down to the sons and daughters. Instead of the sin ripples, we need to focus upon those love ripples that we are making, the family ripples, the connection ripples, and that is what goes out to the edges, and that's what comes back. And that is what we need to focus upon at this moment, and that's what's going to help you to stand in your power, to be able to look at these men, women, and children that are coming out of these dumps with power. And that's what's going to get them out of that, you could say, like what someone said for me, the survivor's guilt. The guilt of going through something that they think that they deserve. That's what I thought at first, was that I deserve this. Nobody deserves that type of treatment. Not one person deserves any type of negative treatment that comes into our experience. But if we could use it for our benefit to be able to boost humanity, to boost the men, women, and children of this world, let's do it. Let's do it. Changing up these words is the very first step. From something negative like sin to something love. Because what is sin? There is no such thing as sin. There's only pure and impure. Right? So every action step that we make, every actional thought, every actional word that we make needs to be in that purity. And even though that something may have hurt another person from either yourself or from another, doesn't mean that it is negative. Doesn't mean that it's impure. You got to think of it as pure, because what if that person had an agreement, a soul agreement with either you or that other person to have that certain teaching moments
or
experience to be able to learn the lesson.
I like experience.
Experience is good.
Yeah, because we learn all sorts of things through experience.
We do.
We learn what to do, what not to do, a lot more of what not to do, a lot more of what to do. Yeah, like those moments, I'm not going to do that again. So we had a very enjoyable conversation with Catherine Edwards this morning. And she is, in UK?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. So, excuse me. We're going to talk later about having her on the show and vice versa. And it was truly enjoyable. And she said, Oh my God! Don't tell me I'm forgetting it. Yep.
Do you know what part of the conversation that you're talking about so I can do my absolute best? As you can see, do my absolute best, not try, but do my absolute best to remember.
It was just something about what you had just said, and now I can't even remember that.
Oh, that's not helping me much.
The experiences, the lessons before that, the ripples. Oh, maybe it'll come back to me. Okay.
The changing of words. Oh, intention?
Did she talk about intention?
Yeah. How intention can heal the body.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that.
Okay. So I'm not sure where you're coming from with that then.
Well, maybe did you bring up about the ripples with her?
I did not. But she could watch this and
I'm sure she's sleeping.
well, later on.
Anyways, there was a purpose for me to bring that up, and now I can't remember, and I apologize for that. But moving on, she talked about her gifts in relation to animals and being able to help traumatized animals come through the trauma and experience healing just like people. And that was really beautiful. When I think about what I've done for our animals, I've done the same thing, but on a much smaller scale and without the realization that that was a gift I was gifting in, if that makes sense. I was just thrilled it was happening instead of realizing it was part of my mission. And I guess that changed my perspective too. We all need each other so much because we develop observations and perspectives just by having the right conversation with someone. And it was the right conversation that I had with someone that helped Kid and I realize what was happening. Remember a couple weeks ago when I said, or we said that we thought we were detoxing with the Asea and it really sucked? Boy, we came to realize
It wasn't that at
it
all.
wasn't that at all. What was happening was we are ascending so much faster. Our bodies are turning cleaner and lighter, and our bodies are telling us, moving us away from junk food. And I don't mean junk food as in like candy and potato chips, but as in maybe even less meat or no meat, and heading in a different direction, more aligned with our higher energy beings. That was incredible, but it wasn't just that. Someone asked when we're going to be on the Truth Tour. Well, Kid didn't realize how much he was struggling with going to the East Coast. I realized I was struggling with it, but I kept thinking, well, just push past it. Just push past that. I've done that for so long, pushing past the fears and overcoming the fears. But what's happening now is it's not so much that anymore. It's aligning with the path and where our energies are supposed to be. There is a recognition now, almost like, those commercials when they're talking about AT&T or some cell phone and you see ding, ding, all the different lights across the nation. Ding, 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 ding. Or maybe it's like Wi-Fi or something. And that is kind of what I'm seeing as far as the energies go and where we are to be and where other light beings are planted and where they to be. And it's like we're watching as all the chess pieces are being moved to where they need to be for something that's coming. And I didn't realize about the something that's coming until Kid was talking to me and he says, I'm feeling it, Mom. I'm feeling like something's coming. And of course, Mom says, what? What's coming? And he's like, well, I haven't been shown that yet. Something's coming.
You guys know me. If I say something's coming, just don't try to focus upon what it is. Just know something.
The inquiry minds want to know. What a program, right? Oh my God, we're programmed by the commercials.
Exactly.
Inquiry minds want to know.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill.
So.
And it didn't help much that the Magic School Bus was right afterwards, okay?
So, I said to Kid, I said, okay, let's talk about this. And let's consider a bunch of different things. But right now we're going to focus on our trip. Let's say, for example, we're canceling our trip. How does that make you feel? And he sat with that for a minute and he says, oh my God. Like a whole ton of bricks is lifted off of me.
My energy level went skyrocketing high.
Mm-hmm. And remember, we were really struggling for energy. We were struggling to feel good. And in the beginning of our journey with HVU family, remember we taught about the messages. The messages come in. Carol likes to quote from that book, which we have, by the way, Carol, Messages of the Body, right? And I think that's over there. Anyways, it first comes in telling you, and if you don't get it, then you start to receive messages surrounding your life, like
make it stronger.
Like what kind of things happen? Why did the glass break? Why did the car stop working this morning? Why did we get a flat tire? And if you're still not listening, then it starts to go to the body. Why am I coughing? Why am I not feeling good? Why am I completely out of energy? Why am I tired all the time? Why do I feel sick? And if you're still not listening, then it goes to deeper problems, deeper physical problems. And so that is still in play because we need to hear the messages. We need to understand where our chess piece is supposed to be. No matter what else we think is wisdom or no matter what else we want.
Yeah.
Something bigger is in play here.
Like this. They're almost taken out. Yay! But I do have to agree with, what do you call it? From Maggie Dick, or I'm just going to call it Dyke.
Dyke?
Yeah, a Dyke. That from Ian Welsh says we're at 95% ascension now. So when it comes to ascension, it's different than what most people think ascension truly is. And you have to think of it as levels. So yes, we're at 95% of that next level of ascension. But as soon as we hit that 100%, we make that breakthrough, then we have to start at 0 again. Think about it. It is always levels. Think of it as a game, as a tower game. You got The third tier, fourth tier, fifth tier. Third tier is the lesson. Fourth tier is the implementation, the learning of the implementation. Fifth tier is the test. And then once you pass the fifth tier, third tier, fourth tier, fifth tier, you go right back to the next level, which is third tier, fourth tier, fifth tier, yet again. And that's another part of ascension. So yes, we are at, we could say 95% or even more than that of this ascension process of just this part of the tower. But there's always going to be more. Think of it as, you could say, Inception. A dream within a dream within a dream. Well, a dimension within a dimension within a dimension. And at the very far back of that dimension is the tower game. And the more that you climb, remember, when you go up and you don't pass the test, you go right back down to that 3T. Doesn't mean that you have descended back down. You can't. Because once you pass the fifth tier and go to the next level, that part is gone. It disappears out of our experience because we can't go back. We can't go backwards. So it's just a forward motion of going third tier, fourth tier, fifth tier, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. This is going down, back down to the third tier to relearn that lesson yet again. So never think that you are ever descending. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. The only way to stop the ascension process of actually ascending with these bodies is so-called death. Human body, physical vessel death. That's it. But your soul ascends to the highest dimensional frequency of where it's supposed to be. Take that! Oh. Taking a step back and observing is part of what we really need to do at this moment, especially with everything that's been going on in the world. But everything is happening, and Trump needs our energies. Everyone that is fighting for us, humanity, needs our energies at this time, especially us healers here in this High Vibes Up family. In all these families that we are creating, we need to take that step back and stand in that observance of not attaching to, but being of, meaning standing in your power and not making it yours, but taking the right action steps that you know that is going to help you and your family. And everyone that you care about. That's one reason why that even though that Candy and I are tired as hell, that we are still moving forward with these shows.
Oh my God, I can't even tell you. I went to lay down. I'm like, it's an hour before Wacky Wednesday. I'm so tired. So I went to go lay down, and I got up like 15 minutes before we were supposed to go live. I did not want to get up.
So, before that, she came and laid right next to me in my bed, and she's like, "You want to cancel tonight?" I'm like, "No, we need to go. We need to do this." We need to do this. Even if it's just us, we need to show up. Because showing up brings that connection. And even though that if we just sat here and just looked at the screen, you guys would be talking with each other because of that connection, that family connection. And we'd just be like,
that sounded so funny.
Either way, we're going to show up because that's what family does for each other, and that's what we need. And this is just...
My mind just went wild, like off to the left or something. And we're both laying there on the floor, and we go live on our phones. We're like, hi. We kept our promise.
We're the new gurus.
With bed hair. guys won't mind, because that's what we do. We get up like at 4 o'clock in the morning with bed here and meet you downstairs at the table with a cup of tea, coffee, or whatever is your favorite drink. And we just sit there on the chair with our leg up like this, and we're just drinking our whatever and just talking. Or we're doing that through the night, and it's so wonderful. It's just amazing to have these deep conversations with family.
Yes, it really is. It really is. Oops. Grupo.
Oh, so you're going to post that? Mm-hmm. You know, I did save that.
So we're actually doing a beta test at this moment, and we have 3 days that are, I think it was 3 days, right?
Yep.
The 9th, the 16th, and the 30th. So those are the 3 days. It's going to be every Sunday. For right now, just those 3 Sundays, and we're going to skip the one Truth Tour for Las Vegas Sunday, so just in case.
Las Vegas?
The Las Vegas, the Los Angeles, LA event. But we are doing a beta test, and we're going to be doing group sessions. And we're going to be doing those healings. Now, I'm not sure when, but I think we might be going back to also the single session healings as well, but we want to reach as many people as we can with these healings. And this is also a time for you to come in and ask certain questions that are going to help you grow.
So why is it a beta test? Because we're not sure how this is supposed to look yet. And so if you sign up, we're counting on you to help us to let us know, are you getting your needs met? Are you feeling the shift in clearing? What more could we do? That type of thing.
What could we change? What is it that needs more of, less of? So it's up to you guys to help us strengthen our gifts to strengthen you. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Ha!
Yeah, so that link right there will take you to the calendar. Right now, during the beta test, we're limiting it to 20 people each session. That's 20, 40, 60 people, split up into 3 sessions. And then the 9th is filling up really fast.
And it is. It's actually almost full. And if this goes very well, and if we could fit more people, then we'll fit more people. If not, we'll just keep it more like 20 and just change things up a little bit as we go. So this will be a really great thing for not just us at learning how to do this for masses, but it will also help you to get the healing that you need to bring you to the place to be able to do what you need to do. And then you can also learn and watch as we are doing it, so you're able to go out and do it as well. Because there's not enough kid and candies in this world to go out and heal everyone, okay? We need the family. So the more that you start growing, the more that you could start going out and doing these healings as well. Because remember, Candy and I went through it, so you don't have to.
We tasted it all, so you don't have to taste the crappy stuff.
So that's what's going on at this moment. We're setting that up, and yeah, it's going to be over Zoom, so it's not going to be over YouTube or anything like that. So it is going to be just
more of a personal thing.
More of a personal thing, yes. And it is based off of love donations as well. So we don't charge for our services. We just don't. It's not us. We have learned from everything, and Source has told us, people are not a business. So we just go based off of the love donations, the love gifts, and that's it. And if you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. And that's okay with us. As long as you go and pay it forward, that's all we ask.
Yeah, you know how we work, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We do not charge for our services.
You know, we went through another little business meeting, and I just felt so uncomfortable because it was business, you know, and I can't do business. I just can't. It hurts my body, and my body just started breaking down. I'm like, okay, headache, body ache. Shh, I can't do negativity right now. Positive vibes. Positive vibes. Shh, shh, shh. Oh. And it just hurts. It hurts the body, you know?
Well, this is also, you know, I'm so much more relaxed in all of this because it's what we're doing. And, you know, we do have costs, traveling. We have different programs. We just upgraded on our, what's it called?
Acuity?
Yeah, we just upgraded on our Acuity. We also bought, what's a stream?
Restream, so we can go to 5 different platforms. So right now, at this moment, we are streaming in 5 different platforms. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Rumble. Yes, we are streaming on Rumble right now. And what was the last one? The last one was Facebook, YouTube. Okay,
You said Twitter?
Rumble, YouTube. Oh, Telegram.
Telegram.
Yes, and we are doing it on the Telegram group, so you guys can also go watch us there as well.
So this is streaming on Rumble as well?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
Yes, it is.
So, you know, and there's Zoom, and then we moved out here to a much bigger house, so the mortgage is bigger. And Kid and I want to participate in paying for, you know, us living here. But my husband has been burying it for
Many years.
the last few years, yeah. And so the ASEA has been helping so much. And so when we told you guys that not only, I mean, it's a win-win, right? Because not only is it helping us to ascend so much faster, which is what we talked about a little while ago, and we'll talk about it again, but it's also providing some extra income to help pay for all these things. And we got the new computer, we got the soundboard, all the different things so that
We
the
can
mics.
have this.
Yeah, so it sounds really good. And it just takes a load off knowing that that blessing is coming in, not just for us, but for you guys too. And you can benefit the same way we are financially, which is super awesome.
And not only that, but Jason messaged us about that as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was talking to Jason about it, and he said that what is happening with High Vibes Up with ASEA is helping him immensely. So that is exciting as well. Very exciting, because we all want to support Jason. And I remember the time when I was talking to him, and he was really down, and I said, "What's going on?" He says, "I may have to go back to work." And I said, No, why? And so he's explaining the situation, and I don't think I even knew what kind of problems his sister was causing at that time. But that's when Kid and I mean, we were so tired that night, remember? And we kind of whined and complained about it live.
Oh, you should have
We were
heard us.
so tired. We don't want to do this, but we are. So, well, I don't know. Were we big babies or were we just being with family?
We went from little babies to big babies, and we're still big babies going, I'm tired. You want to quit tonight? No, we got to go. Oh.
So, we went live, and you guys came on and said beautiful things for him while we were helping to raise him money for him to continue to be the world secretary. I mean, so, it's just, you guys know it as well as we do. It's just not free living right now, and we have to do this. So,
Maggie remembers that night.
I love you guys so much. I mean, you have just blessed so many people. You guys are all part of this blessing. This huge thing that's happening right here. I mean, we're making history.
We are making history. Big time.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad he didn't have to go to back to work, too. And someone just said, I just love this family. Yes, me too. Hi from Australia.
Me 3.
Me 3.
And the family is all over the world. It's all over the world. We've seen the statistics of the YouTube, and we've seen people from the UK, we've seen people from even Japan and China and all these other places, Germany, Russia, all watching High Vibes Up, the High Vibes Up channel. So there's family all over the place. And even though that you guys may not be here on the live right now, we just want to spread the love to you too, because you guys are what making everything like this possible for all of us.
And you know what's interesting? Listen to this, you guys. Okay, so you know how Truth Tour came over to our house, right? And we hosted them for the night. Oh, that was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh my goodness. And we just lavished on them. And so I was talking to Mark Atwood, and he goes, I know you guys. And we're like, you know us?
We know you too, in a way.
But, well, that was your response. My response was, you know us? And we have been hearing that from so many other people who have channels. Oh, yeah, I've seen you guys. Oh, yeah, I've checked you out. And we didn't think that people knew about us. We just thought we were in our own little High Vibes Up world, and
where nobody was watching us.
Maybe that was a little naive, or
I would just say
victim. Maybe
I would say, if you'd let me let it out, the old programs of Not Good Enough.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So see, I mean, this just shows us so many different things about ourselves. And then we come on and talk about it so you can see it about yourself too. Oh yeah, I've done that. But, so...
Ooh. Go ahead.
Oh, what Arlene said said?
Military is in full control of Canada.
I love it. Yeah. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, the next letter, S, T, U, the next letter. That's all I'm going to say. 2 letters. And we hear that people are signing their A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, next letter.
Wait. I think I have all the numbers. I know I have it written down somewhere. It's just... Nope, maybe not. Damn it.
You have it somewhere. I've seen you do it.
Yes, I did have it somewhere.
Do you have another binder like this?
No. But go ahead. I think they already know what it's...
So, and then L, M, that next letter, and then A, B, C, that next letter, and then the first letter of the alphabet. They're signing them. And it's been confirmed. So...
We are
so
right
close.
there.
Yeah, so close.
So close. I'm very excited because once we do, I don't care what the white hats do. I don't care what the black hats do. Nobody's stopping me. I'm getting all the truthers that I can, and we're just gonna go and have some fucking fun. Okay,
Yeah.
I do not care. I'd pay for it all.
Oh, look it. Everyone's like, okay, move on, Candy. We got it. All right. Moving on.
We need to write those numbers down so we're probably on this thing so we don't lose it. It's just... But soon we won't need that either because BoobTube will be down and all these other places will be down because they're going to be taken care of,
Oh,
right?
now see?
What?
Nancy says, wait, I got to write it down. Oh, I got it. Love you, Nancy. You're more my speed.
You know, it's the contract that tells you can't say anything in a 3-letter word.
Yeah.
You could have just said that and everybody would know, right? And it's also the camper that you drive.
Okay, so see this? These are awake, but what's behind it is sleeping. Shh, you wake up the brain. Then she might actually sound intelligent.
Well, before it gets to us, remember what the star said. A betrayal needs to happen.
Isn't that interesting? Mm-hmm. So guess
And
what?
it's
Guess
an-
what?
and- Go ahead.
Guess what Candy did?
She
Oh,
asked.
who's that going to happen to? When's that going to happen? What's that going to look like? I've always got questions.
So, yes, you know, it's really fucked up how we all like, once the queen dies, yay, right? And the queen dies and we're all like, yay! And then the stock market needs to crash, but before that happens, the betrayal needs to happen. That's what I felt. That's what the stars told me, is that a betrayal needs to happen first. And I believe it's going to be in the royal family, where it's most likely going to kick King Henry, or whatever his name is, off the throne. That's what I feel. So hopefully, let's pray it's that. Because if it is, then... I really hope. I don't know, but that's what I felt. So remember, this is just a hit from me. I have no proof, no documents, no nothing. That's just a hit that I got. So let's just...
So I do have a clarifying question. Mm-hmm. So could this be something that has already happened but will be announced now? Or is this a new thing?
It
Could be either?
could be anything.
Okay.
It literally could be anything. It could be that it's already happened, yes, and it could come out for the public to see. But how many betrayals have already come out?
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Think about that. So it could have already happened. I'm not sure. I don't know. But it's something big.
So Mark Berlin says the betrayal, Candy will find out that kids stole her black bag.
And it's been using the vibrators.
Ow! That's interesting.
You weren't supposed to say anything. That was only supposed to be between you and me, you know.
Very much. Very exciting.
It is getting very exciting. I was wondering what those vibrating sounds are coming from your room was.
Right? The toothbrush.
You know, there was this one girl that was like, okay, so anyone that can tell me a more exciting sound than this, and she's all shaking her drink with her ice of Starbucks. Some girl comes, she turns the video to her and she walks to her bedroom and starts turning on a river.
Yep, that's a more exciting sound. Fuck Starbucks.
Okay, so Jim, to answer your question, and to everybody else that is most likely asking the same question at this moment, Jason is having a hard time. He had to leave. If you were following the Truth Tour, then you would know that he had to leave the Truth Tour early due to some personal experiences that was happening at his home, so he had to go home and take care of it.
Mm-hmm. He did post about it on Facebook if you guys want to go take a look.
Yes.
Yeah.
The plot thickens.
Well, someone even thought that maybe Florida has my vibrator, yeah.
And there's new information that's coming out as well that they probably caught and then silenced Princess Diana's car. The car that she got into had one form of license plate when the car accident had a whole different license plate. The one that she got into had a white license plate. The one that got into the car accident was yellow.
Oh, interesting.
Right.
Huh.
So all of that's coming out as well. And I also have pictures of Princess Diana in older... in a military uniform. I don't know if it's Air Force or whatever, because I'm not a military person, but it is part of the military, and Trump was right next to her. Mm-hmm. So I have those. I'm saving a lot of videos from TikTok, and I'm going to be putting something together and posting it on Rumble very soon, hopefully very soon, and it's going to be amazing. It's probably going to be like an hour long with how many videos I have. It's crazy. And most of the videos I have been able to download off of TikTok have all been taken off of TikTok, and I got them right in time.
You know, Kid actually mentioned something about DeSantis, probably 2 months ago. That you weren't feeling so comfortable about the energies.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So we've just been in observation because that wouldn't surprise us at all.
Would not surprise us. He does look a lot fatter for sure. It does look like that he has gained a lot of weight, and it could be that he was switched out. We do not know. There are a lot of people out there that are being switched out for the greater good. And apparently, Camel Toe did just get into a car accident not too long ago, which is like yesterday or something like that, and it was also posted on TikTok, which I wasn't able to download, sadly. So hopefully that was a switch out.
Do I go to High Vibes Up, or did you send it to me?
We're not sure. There's no update at this moment about Jason Q's cats, but I really do hope he does get his guardians back.
Majuli, where did you send it, hun? Where'd you post it? Majuli.
I'm sorry if I heard that wrong and said it wrong, because I was going to say Bajuli.
Like Bejewels? Let's play Bejewels.
Bajuli. Oh. It is a great time to be alive, and we were chosen. We were chosen. Remember, this time, right here, right now, we did not choose to awaken. We did not choose to be woken up. Or, sorry, we did not choose. We were chosen. That was the only time that our two-choice system was stripped away from us because they know, the white hats, the Palladians, the Andromedans, all the higher energy beings know who needed to wake up, who needed to be awoken to the at this point, and they stripped us from that two-choice system and woke us up. Because if you think about it, if you know your friends, you know your families, the ones that are still asleep, if they were chosen, do you think that they would be able to handle all this information? And since you guys know what I've been through, do you think that anyone else would have been able to handle what I've been through? I don't think so. If I wasn't as strong as I was today, I would already be dead by suicide. Those ETs and those demons that haunted me for the longest time it was horrible. Horrible. And I would not want this on anybody. That right there, that phrase, you did not choose, you were chosen. And you were stripped from that two-choice system because of how strong you are. I stand in that power and I accept it. You guys were chosen. It just proves to me, which should prove to you, how strong you truly are. We are warriors, yes, Marlene. Most definitely. We are the ones that are changing this world just by the energetic flow, through intention, through the love, through the frequency, and through the vibration of what we are doing right here, right now. We are changing lives. We are changing worlds.
I'm not seeing it, hon. I'm sorry.
We're not changing the world. We are literally changing worlds, plural. Literally.
Ouch!
Sorry. You okay?
Yeah, that snapped back and hit me on the back. That was weird.
We are literally changing worlds. If you think about it, why are we dead smack in the middle? Because all of them are connected to us, which they are watching who? They are watching us. So, we are changing worlds, not world. That's what's happening right here, right now. Changing and liberating worlds. That's why Trump went to every country, literally every country, to get the jumper rooms that they had to each one of these. Because if you think about it, each country had their own jumper world to their own world. Maybe to multiple worlds. And that's why he went to every country to create that peace treaty. If you don't give me that gate, we're going to switch you out. Oh, well, we're going to switch you out anyways. That's what Trump did. And there are some other information that I'm not sure if I can divulge at this time that I know of. But certain people are working very closely with Trump. And they're that person's doppelgangers or doubles or switch-ins is connected energetically with that other person, which gives that person the same personality and same gifts as that person, which allows all of them to have the information that they need. Let's just say that. And most of you probably already know who I'm talking about, but I'm not going to say names because I do not know, and nor do I feel that I can reveal it at this moment. So, yes. Let's just say that. What? Ew!
Yeah. He's not bothering anyone. It's fine.
No, he wants to go outside.
Yeah, he does.
Ugh. Either that, Faye, you were in the dumbs, or... oh, no, you didn't. Or you were actually having a... What do you call that? An actual experience through someone else's experience. Mm-hmm. And you also have to think, how long have these dumbs been here? When were these dumbs first installed? Think about the reptilians. They were the first species here on this planet that went underground. So they've been here for millions and millions of years. And they go deep. So, it could be a past life as well. So we have to think of those in many different aspects. We can't just think of it in just one aspect. So you have to ask that question. That one question, is this a past life? Or is this what I am experiencing in the now aspect? And the energies would usually tell you. So you just have to listen. It's all about listening. Observing, but not attaching. Do not make it yours just because you have experienced it through a memory, through a vision, through a dream, doesn't mean that it is yours to make yours. It is yours to observe, not yours to attach to. And Atlantis actually never really fell. It was, well, this is what I was revealed. So, the reason why Atlantis so-called fell is because there was a betrayal on the inside. Now, in the Atlantis, there are crystals, about 26 crystals that was placed on the outside of Atlantis. And these crystals were emanating power, but within the crystals, they were also incubating thousands upon thousands of souls. And through this one betrayal that broke quite a few of these crystals, the three generals had to make a decision. Are we going to save Atlantis? Or are we going to hide Atlantis? It never fell. Two were for hiding. The other one chose to destroy Atlantis, but they decided, since it was a majority rule effect, to hide Atlantis, which is why it went underwater. It never fell. It's still alive. It's still going.
So, when you click the link to get into the group session, just ignore the coupon. We can't figure out why the coupon just appeared there.
Yeah, don't press the coupon. It's not like you're paying for it anyways.
Oh, let's get something freer than free.
All right. Can you go any below 0?
So, yeah, that maybe you were getting stuck on that, Michael. We've had quite a few other messages. It's like,
I'm stuck.
Hey, coupon, just go away.
Coupon, go away. Oh, a lot of us have actually experienced the Atlantean lifetimes. But what's funny is that the kids that are alive right now, that are up to, I believe, the age of 12 or 15, maybe 16, those are the Atlantean children that actually came out of those crystals. They were caught and reincarnated as the children of now. They sent them through time to this day and age for the awakening process. They were supposed to be incubating until the now. But since they couldn't be incubated to the now, they had to be sent through the time wave to this time. So most of the kids that you know of are our Atlantean children, which is why they're so strong.
Okay, so Michael, I press the link and I see login to the right, returning login. Ignore that. You go down, you see redeem coupon, you ignore that. You keep going down, you see our picture of when we were at Las Vegas, and then you press set your time zone. Set your time zone, it'll take you to another page, which then you can choose which date you want to join in for beta group testing.
The beta group testing, yes.
Beta group.
I would not doubt if he had an ankle bracelet on. Most of them do. Talking to Belinda. Kid, what do you feel about the Washington State governor when he was visited the new tribal clinic opening here in the pictures? He looked like he had an ankle bracelet on. I would not doubt it. It was probably switched out too, and they have to keep an eye on those.
Mm-hmm. You know, Kid and I see a lot of stuff. We're shown it energetically. We just don't talk about it because we don't have documents like Jason does to show what we see. So I just don't. We don't want to come across as one of those people that are always saying stuff and then are not right, or we don't even want to be called on the carpet for it. You know. Well, where's your proof? So we feel comfortable with what we're shown, but it doesn't mean that we feel comfortable sharing it out there because of those types of things. However, if you were at our dining room table, we'd tell you a lot of stuff.
Oh, that's a whole different ball game,
right?
For instance, one of our sessions, the 3 generals I was talking about, one of the generals that chose to hide Atlantis, she had that experience with that general. She was that general. And it was amazing to see. It was amazing to see the light come back to that person's eyes because that person was so dead to life. I made a wrong choice. And she thought that she made a wrong choice. But even if they made the choice to destroy Atlantis, that wasn't going to be a wrong choice, because what if it fell into the wrong hands? See? That's why they were willing to make the extra fight to keep it hidden. Or if they were willing to, just give up, destroy Atlantis, so nobody else would be able to have the power that is there. But they were willing to make that choice of stepping up their game and keeping it hidden.
Nancy says you two would be a blast to hang out with. You think we would? A little bit?
I don't know. Maybe. Got some vibrators? We can consider those party favors.
No. Let's say we did and don't. It's spelled out Jason Q. Jawasinski, or however you say his name.
We can never say that name. I'm sorry.
Well, I can't even say Nathan Draw. So.
A lot of the power that we're feeling at this moment is being released from Atlantis. That proves how much cleanup has already happened. So, for those that are really attached, that are really connected to water, I would suggest to start connecting to the Atlantean energies and see what happens. Now, remember, it could be through a word, it could be through a thought, or even an action that you are making of connecting to that Atlantean energy. Now, those that are more of the earthly elements, connect to the Mayan. Connect to the Mayan energy. Now, they weren't destroyed either. They left. And they didn't leave this world. They left that spot and went into hiding. Now, I don't know where, and I was not shown that, but it was most likely close to Egypt. Area-ish. Ish. They never gave me a pin.
Egypt-ish.
Egypt. They never gave me a pinpoint. But most of these areas, they strategically place them around this world for this time. And this time alone. Now, those that are connected to more of the sky, the birds, the air, there are castles in the sky that we cannot see. Connect to those energies. See what happens for you. These are things that you could be doing to help yourself to power up the energetic crystals within you. And after you're done connecting to one, connect to a different one. Then connect to another one. And then connect to another one. They're all over the place. Remember, all it is intention. I connect to the Atlantean energies. I connect to the Mayan energies. I connect to the sky castle energies. Or whatever you want to call the sky castle energies. I don't know what to call them. The Palladian ships. All the ships that are up there. Now remember, we all do have our own ship. Because we're all commanders of our own ship. If we're a commander of this ship, we have a command of that ship up there as well. Which means that you have a team. You just have to call upon them. And start commanding. Because you're no longer a child. You're no longer a spiritual child. You got to pull up your big girl, big boy panties and start, being the commander that you truly are by commanding them to do what you need them to do. Hey, I need this. Bring it into my experience because I am ready. What were you going to say?
Do you remember I told you that I was doing something in my dream? And I couldn't remember. I remembered when I first woke up. But you just saying that, and now I remember I was on my ship. And I was doing things. My body woke up. I realized I was in bed. And then, boom, I was out again and back on the ship. It's like, oh, no, you're not done yet, Candy. Bring me back. And when I woke up, I knew exactly what I was doing up there. But then I didn't write it down. And I lost it. If I'm meant to know it, it'll come back again. But that was interesting. I felt everything about the ship. Everything was physical, just like this table. And I could feel it. It didn't feel like a dream. Mm-hmm. Right?
It didn't. So, Baja Girl, I saw that you made a request for your cat yesterday during our other live, and I did see it, and I sent you some energy to try to do my absolute best to help you out in that way. If your cat still hasn't returned, connect to your cat's consciousness. Your cat has been with you for a while, which means that you have that connection to your cat's consciousness and call it back into your experience. Call it back home. I need you. Come back home.
Well, we can connect to anyone's consciousness, whether we're been with them for a while or not. But what he meant was, just to add more clarity, is that you've been with your cat for a while, so it'll be really easy and very comfortable to connect to its consciousness.
It's basically like just a healing session with us, and that will also give you time to do Q&As with me, with us, ask questions, if I am shown anything, I will most definitely be bringing it up and bringing it to your forefront of what you need. Anything like that, really. It's basically like a personal session with us, just in a group form. Just I won't be writing down lifetimes because that's going to be a lot. 20 people, all those lifetimes. I'm sorry, that's going to be a bit much. But if lifetimes are revealed, lifetimes will be revealed most definitely. If that's what the energies feel, that's what you need.
And I'll be doing my healing stuff, clearing, healing, clearing dark arts from bloodlines, removing attachments, working with your DNA. I can see when it's broken, when it's needs an upgrade, if it needs alignment.
Ooh!
What? Oh.
Little boys and little girls come have sex with me. Let's talk about sex.
Right.
And I can't block it because I'm not there. So if somebody else could get rid of that for us, that would be wonderful.
I'll go there.
That's our sex time. We set the timer so we can keep on going. Okay, I'll be there in just a minute.
I think someone got it. Yeah.
Looks like somebody got it. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you guys.
I'm able to focus right now because, as you can see, I have some certain music playing in my ear. It's time to go back to the way I need it, to where I have something that is helping me stay focused in the spiritual reality, and that's what this music is doing for me at this moment. And that's why I'm so connected.
Mickey got on it fast too. And Michael, all our mods. Thank you guys.
I am not sure, Mary. I've done my absolute best to unlock it. You know what? Maybe I have to do that through. Let's see. Here? Don't do that. Oops, something went wrong. We are live right now, so let's see. This is View analytics. No, not that. Let me see if I can do something, because I am doing it through Restream, so hopefully. Is there a way to turn on those things from here? No. Billing, payments, streaming setup. Streaming setup? No. Email, social branding, no. Huh. Interesting. Oh, we can connect it to Twitter, Discord, and Facebook and send messages. Huh. Very interesting. No, it doesn't seem like it's allowing me to do that there, but let us try. Oops. Switch account. How about that?
What you doing?
YouTube.
I was doing something else, so I wasn't paying attention.
I am trying to see all videos. No? Oh, I'm still on High Fives Up too? What the hell? Okay. I need a search. High Fives Up.
What are they asking?
For the captions.
I've turned them on, and I've double checked and triple checked, and they're still not coming up. So I have no idea how to do that. And I've double checked and triple. If someone else knows how to do it and can walk me through it, I would really appreciate it.
quality. It's unavailable. What? I don't get it. I do not get it. I'm sorry. If I did, I would have already set it up a long time ago.
So it's saying it's unavailable from the front screen?
Yeah, it's BoobTube. What do you expect?
Because in options, it asks if I want subtitles, and I say, yeah.
Live control room. Streaming settings. No. Doesn't look like that there is anything for captions. Wait, closed caption. Yeah, it's off.
Why?
I don't know. Enable auto stop. Enable DVR. No. Yeah, it's not allowing us to turn it on for some reason. It's weird. Sorry, guys. So sorry.
Yeah, right?
It's weird.
Oh, on rewatch you can turn on, but not on live.
Oh.
Rebecca says, "Kid, you sound like my kindergarten teacher."
Apparently, I'm sounding, looking, and acting a lot like other people because somebody showed a picture of what looked like me, just in a hotter form, and he had tattoos and all that, and he was sexy. But I'm like, no.
Do you remember, kid, all the hair that I would lose? And I would pull just handfuls out of my brush.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? Well, the other day, 2 days ago, I think, I was in the bathroom and getting ready, and it hit me about my hair. And so I'm looking in the sink, and I look over at the shower, and there's no hair in the drains. And so I turn around and look at the floor, because you know when you blow dry your hair flies everywhere, and there's no hair on the floor.
That's awesome.
And I was like, my hair has been feeling thicker, and I wasn't sure why. Oh my God, it stopped falling out. So that's my essay update. Da, da, da.
I don't have any.
You don't have any updates?
I've just been taking it. Dun, dun, dun. There you go.
How do you do villager news again?
Um.
Da 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 da. Villager news.
Gross. I'm gonna have to get a video of that for you guys to see someday, and just to show you guys what villager news looks like. Or you guys could just look it up on YouTube, villager news.
Okay, so we have pulled out of the East Coast, and we're considering LA. And in the beginning of the video, we explained why. Do you remember when we were feeling
sick
tired and tired and sick, and sick of being tired, right? And tired of being sick. That was part of where we were not aligned. And when we actually started to ask ourselves the questions, okay, why is this happening? Why are we not aligned? I said, let's consider canceling the Truth Tour, East Coast. Now, how does that make you feel? And and your energy started coming back, right?
And I'm actually having great sleep at night now. I'm going to bed at 10, 11 instead of like 6 o'clock in the morning.
So that brings me back to also, remember when Kid and I thought we were majorly detoxing from the ASEA?
That was wrong.
We were wrong. what that has actually been doing is we've been ascending so much faster.
It's been nudging us on the paths that we should have been on, that we were not on, which is also causing us to change the way that we eat as well. And since we weren't changing the way that we ate, our bodies were going, so,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And so that, and our bodies are changing with food too, and we weren't realizing that. So there was all this food that was making us feel terrible, and it was all happening simultaneous. Simultaneous.
Simon's cat.
Right? And when we began to realize this, we implemented change right away. And it took the right conversations and the right questions to finally come to this awareness. Wow, was that a period of suffering?
It really was.
Ugh. So, I guess that's another essay update. There you have it, folks. Da 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 da.
Da, 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 da.
HVU news.
Right? Always.
Yeah. So we've been, all of us, before Essay even came onto the scene, all of us were talking about, well, when do we give up meat? When do we have a diet change? How do we have the diet change? How do we know when our bodies are ready for it? And we said it would happen naturally. Well, guess what we were calling into being? All of us. We were calling into being something that would help us get there. And so Isaiah shows up. And
10 years later.
And all of a sudden, we don't recognize we're supposed to be doing different things than what we're doing. And so it took us a little bit of time and agony because we didn't understand it. I didn't know that we would be ascending so fast. But it's incredible.
Yeah, most definitely. So it hasn't really stopped me from eating meat per se, but certain meats. So it's been making me stay away from anything that has anything to do with pork and turkey related. Really. So I stay with hamburger and steak at the moment. Now, when I eat that, yes, it does kind of mess with my body a little bit, but that's because of the torture and what the soul was experiencing during that process. And I've learned that I need to thank it, bless it, purify it, and allow and show the gratitude for giving me what I need at this moment as my body is transitioning and send the soul on its way. Mm-hmm. And it helps with my body, and that's what you went through just the other day from eating that sausages.
Oh my God. Yes. And I just felt like
huh? Oh, I'm Rapunzel. Huh?
That was awful. And you said, you tapped in and you said, you're feeling that meat soul. So this is what you do. And so I did it, and immediately it released.
Yeah.
So that was incredible. So there is energy work that we should be doing with our food before we ingest it as well. Not just with meat, with everything, because there are poisons deep within our soil that's been sprayed for so long.
And think about it. Our energies and our words also influence and affect the vibrations of the vegetables and the fruits that are close to us in our vicinity. Think of all the fruits and vegetables that are in the stores, and all you hear are these nasty people talking about these nasty things that are around these vegetables and fruits that you're about to consume, and these fruits and vegetables are taking upon itself the energy frequency of those words or those actions or those thoughts that these people are having.
So my friend Janie, she calls me to tell me about a person's testimony that this truck driver was sharing with her. He picked up a saya and thought he was supposed to mix it 50-50 with water. So that's the way he was taking it for the first couple of months. And then when he realized it was like, oh my God, did I waste all that money? But it was just a very short period of time after that it changed everything about his diabetes and blood sugar issues. He's completely off all of his medicines, and his body is doing so well. And I'm starting to notice that about myself, is that I'm reacting less to anything that might turn into sugar in my system. And so the other morning I was able to enjoy a bagel. That was nice.
A bagel.
Yes.
Congratulations, Brenna.
Brennan?
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 Yeah, Brennan. Brennan. He hasn't eaten meat for 2 years, which means he's afraid of meat. I hope to get there one day, but I'm just going to allow my body to just do it when it's ready. But at the moment, I am still eating the meat that I know that my body needs at this time, because I'm not eating certain vegetables that are giving me the protein that my body needs. Because if I go back down to one meal a day and I'm not getting all the nutrients that my body needs, I could get another anal abscess, and that is not something that I am willing to go through again at this moment. And there's more. Wonderful.
Do you just hide user?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay.
Can't really do anything on this. Wait. Block user on YouTube. Yeah, I could do that. Put user in timeout, add to block list, and restream. Woohoo! I can also block it in restream. Wonderful.
Nice.
Oh, so let's see if that would also stop it as well.
Well, you know, they change things about their... They might take out a period and add a hyphen or something like that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, the Asea actually tastes like pool water. It tasted like pool water to me. But then I realized that it started getting less. But every time that I felt stressed, every time that I felt like that my body was going through something, the taste would get strong again. So it really depends upon what your body's going through. But I only do that every now and then. Because the way that I take it is I put my tongue on the roof of my mouth while I swish it around in my mouth. So I don't taste it. So it's just like right here under my tongue and just going...
That's like a cheat sheet.
It is a cheat sheet. So you don't taste it until you swallow it. So you only get like that small little... like shot worth of taste, like when you're taking shots. Shots. So, I learned a way how to hold it in my mouth without having to deal with the flavor for so long.
And then, of course, you guys already know that we give it to our animals and what it's done for that, right?
Oh, and they hated it.
Who hated what? Oh, when we put it right in their mouth? Well, animals don't like you giving them anything in the mouth. They like to take it themselves.
That is true. Peaky bastards.
But we got a tip from Mickey Michelle. God bless you, honey. She shared one day, she goes, so you know her father has been bedridden for 3 years, right? And she shares that now he's up playing with the dog and walking around the house and giving her a little bit of
hard time.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't want that.
And then she says, and he's doing all this since I started putting a say in his oatmeal. And I'm like, wait, Mickey, what was that? it's working. So we started putting the essay in the dogs and cats' water and the dogs' food.
And the one thing that we learned when we went to the main branch is that there are 3 forms of absorption to it. The mouth is the first form of absorption, and after that it goes into the stomach, which is the second form of absorption, and then the lower intestine, which is the third form of absorption. So if you mix it with something, a drink, food, and water, it will skip the first form of absorption, but your body will still absorb it from the other 2. But they're still testing to see how long it stays activated with it being activated. So we do not know how long it stays activated. So it's best not to have it open or in certain foods for too long until consumed. So got to keep that in mind.
And the Mickey we're talking about is our mod.
Mickey Michelle.
Yeah.
Mickey Klon. I can't wait to have her back on live with us again. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, that was really a good show.
Right?
Yes, she's amazing.
She and Jason were fantastic. Yeah, they were fantastic. We still need to do a session with her. I know I need to do a session with her at one point in time, later on, sometime soon.
Well, maybe we should let her know about the group stuff that we're doing. I could throw her a text.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm sorry, young lady patriot. You're going to have to take that back. I take offense to that word. To that phrase.
What?
Sorry, I got that wrong. Huh? You didn't get anything wrong, bitch. Take that back. How rude of you. It's just an experience. You know, it's kind of funny. I really do take offense when people start downing themselves, start talking bad about themselves, because what gives you the right to talk bad about yourself? Nothing gives you the right to talk bad about yourself, because there's nothing that you've ever done wrong in this life, you know? There is not one thing that you have done wrong in this life. If you think about it in a higher dimensional way, did you do anything in this life to intentionally hurt someone or hurt yourself? No. Because it was an experience that happened within your sphere to give you that one either lesson or that experience needed to be able to move forward in life, which means that you didn't do anything on purpose. You didn't purposely hurt that other person, or you didn't purposely do something to harm yourself or another, which means that you haven't done anything wrong in this life. So never take it personal. Never say that you did anything wrong. You didn't. It's just another experience that you went through. So, there you go. Oh. Oh, honey, we've already all been rolled. This world has already rolled us all, and yes, we... So don't even worry about that, Reed. You're not alone. It's not like we had a choice anyways. Shit. Oh...
Mickey Michelle says, and my dad wants to drink water more. He was only wanting cola for everything to drink. I told him, you drink this and I give you that. Deal. Great then. Drinky, drinky, Dad. Oh, you're so funny, Mickey.
You know, the energies that come into our experience is our greatest teachers. And they are our greatest teachers. And when we embrace these energies, when we embrace all these so-called lessons or experiences, that's when we start embracing ourselves, because we make ourselves who we make ourselves to be. Nothing defines us but what you define yourself to be. And you are who you are, and you are lovely the way that you are. So don't change who you are, but be who you need to be at that moment in time. You know, how we all learn from each other is truly amazing. Candy and I didn't get here by ourselves. We got here with you guys, with everyone. Oh, what? We all got here together. And we're all still learning. We're all still growing, and we're all still trusting. So, yeah.
So, yes, but I'm kind of confused about what I was said, because I was told that the kitties were taken, but then I was told that they're there, but then I was told that they're trying to get them from the house or something like that. So I don't get it. I don't get what's going on. And I don't know if Jason has returned to the Truth Tour or not. But it sounds like he's got stuff he's dealing with that is ongoing.
And if this betrayal has already happened, that needs to come out, or if it needs to happen and then come out, and then the stock market crashes, and then the we know what trailer starts moving. The trailer car that you sleep in starts moving. And then those contracts that get signed that shuts our mouths up come into play. I'm going to be very excited. I feel like flying to every state, picking up every patriot that I can think of. And we're all going to go and have a great party.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, so Mickey Michelle was just posted something, and she was telling me, she goes, she had a tooth where pus was coming out, and it was so painful, and she put this on there, the Renew 28, and the pain was gone.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that Jason is doing well. It's just a very stressful time, and we can most definitely feel it through the energies that are already coming through our experience at this moment, because we're all connected by the Christos, right?
So someone asked how Jason is doing, and I'm like, he's doing good, but he's pissed off.
He's pissed off.
He's pissed off.
Welcome, Renee. Oh, TD uses it on her
mosquito bites?
Yeah, mosquito bites.
What a good idea.
I use it on almost everything. It didn't really help the ringworm thing, though, which was okay, I guess, since I used something else.
You use the Terra Immunity.
Not just. I had to use lidocaine first to numb it, which still stung, but then I was able to use the alcohol with the Terra Immunity to kill it. So thank God for that. Oh, that was painful.
You know, someone asked, why do animals have to run away and do things that are harmful to them? I don't know that I have an exact answer for that, but what I can say is animals are sentient beings, and they have their own path and their own fulfillments that they do. It was a couple months ago. I was on my neighborhood app, and someone around here who's had their dog for a while, been through a divorce with the dog, and then it was just her. The kids moved away, and then it was just her and him for years. And they did everything together. And she told her dog, okay, well, we're going to go check the mail, which is a ways away, after I do a few things. And so she let the dog out into the backyard, and I got the feeling that she lives in a rural area. Well, 10 minutes passes, and she didn't see her dog come back in, so she went out and calling, and she went looking, and she went down a street, couple blocks away, and then found her dog laying off the freeway. It was hit and killed. And I cried when I read that. The way she wrote it, I could feel it. The heartbreak. But did that dog have, was that its time to leave? Do we have our plans and our decisions that we make before we come here for that kind of thing? If we do for people, why wouldn't animals have the same thing? So it's something to keep in mind, that they're sentient as well.
And they have a big part to play in all of these energies as well, so we'll see. We'll see what happens, but we'll always see them again. We will see them again. There's something that came up between a conversation between you and me. How Candy and I are starting to understand and understand how tough it is for the higher sentient beings to come down into these energies. I have to say it is true. Because when we start getting into that 3D mindset and that negativity and the lower vibrating energies, it just starts hurting, man.
Hurting our bodies.
It just creates something within us that it just hurts. And now we're really understanding what type of pain that Trump is going through being in this body of his, along with Melania and everyone that is working with Trump that is a higher sentient being, because it does hurt. And we're all starting to head in that higher dimensional frequency, which is when we start lowering ourselves to match those that are below us, not meaning below as in less than, but going from like a higher energy to a lower energy type thing. It hurts. And what we need to start doing, like what Trump has been doing for us as much as he can, is to get them up to our energy level instead of us coming down to theirs. So we need to start uplifting their energies. You don't have to give your power to them, but you give them a certain vibration, a certain vibrational thought, a certain vibrational word or action that will help boost them to come up to your level instead of you coming down to theirs. And that's what we've been learning at this moment of doing that. And every time that I go down, Candy's like, oh hell no. You better raise your dirt. You know better. You ain't dragging me down. And I do the same thing to her when she goes through hers. Like the other day.
Oh, must you sound like you're lamenting over it.
Oh.
You mean we were at the table?
Yes. And,
that was hard.
That
was even hard for me because I didn't understand what was keeping me in that energy. But that's before we had our breakthrough, too.
No, it was right. It was right after our first breakthrough, which made it another
Oh,
breakthrough.
was it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yes, because
There
we
we
were
are again.
already. There they are again. Hey, BT. Well, what was I saying? Before these nasty bitches came into our chat room.
You said you were saying it was right after the first breakthrough, so this was the second breakthrough.
It was another breakthrough. Yeah. So, just remember, when you feel like that something happened in your experience and you overcame it, you just went through a breakthrough. Always see it as a breakthrough. Always see it as a challenge complete. Always see it as a higher dimensional, ooh, I beat the boss. Now I'm on to the next level. Or I'm on level 2, level
You
3,
graduated.
level 4, level 5. Yes, that's what we say. Every time. Oh, we just graduated. We just graduated. Because who says that we need a freaking glorified toilet paper to say that you graduated something? You don't. You graduate every time you learn something. You graduate every time you become something new. You do something new. Something happens within your experience and you overcome whatever it was. That's a graduation. And that is cause for celebration. Which is why the celebration card usually comes up quite a bit of letting you know that through these graduations, you need to celebrate those graduations, saying, hell yeah, I did it. I finally got there. And that is what's going to help you to stay in those high frequencies of getting even farther in these dimensional how would you say that? Dimensional what? Experiences? Oh, Baja Girl's correct. Look at that.
What'd she say?
She said, Trump isn't talking to us anymore. Screw the awakened ones. They don't need me anymore. he is now talking to the ones that need to be woken up. Screw you guys! You guys are at a higher level. You guys could take care of yourselves. You know, if Trump actually said that to me, I would take that as a... I would not take it offensive. I would actually love to hear that because it just means that I am closer to his energy than I ever have been. I would love to hear those words come out of his mouth. Screw you, you don't need me anymore. I would just love to hear that. Fuck you, kid. You don't need me anymore. Go. Just go.
Well, you know, I was told that we have entered into the quantum energies. And it's time, if you're not already divvying your time between learning about the truth and spending time with what Kid and I do, not necessarily us, it can be anyone. Mm-hmm. You need to start doing that because that is where we're going, is to learn the lessons and continue to ascend.
Yeah, and just remember, when you have a gift that you've grown up with for all your life, and it seems like that it just disappears, it doesn't really disappear. Think of your body as a phone, and every gift as an app. When an app is upgrading, you can't open it, you can't use it, right? Think of the upgrading process for certain gifts to be days, weeks, months, maybe even years. And it's running in the background. You can't physically use it at this moment, which means there's a new app that was just installed on your phone, which is considered a new gift that you need to open and use that one. Which means that while the other one's upgrading, you're using this one, getting to know it. So when that one reawakens, you can send that in the background to upgrade. You see how that works? You can't have 10 apps open at the same time, which means that you can't use 10 gifts at the same time right in front of you, which means that you have one main gift, one main app that you're using, while all the other ones are working in the background. Spotify, YouTube, BoobTube, and then you have, games and other things and clocks and calendars. Those are all gifts. Think of them as all gifts, but they're all running in the background while you're focusing upon the one that you are using at this moment. That's the way you need to see it. It never disappears. It just goes into the back and starts upgrading. So you can still use the energy of it. But when it's in a hibernation mode, of when it completely is, you completely stop using it, that's when it's just, truly upgrading. You can't use it.
We're ready to call it a night?
I think so. I think we have brought a lot of healing and understanding and connection and love tonight. And this was amazing. And I'm going to be doing this more, listening to my music so I can stay connected, so I can be like this.
Ooh.
And for those that want to watch the very beginning of this and listen to what I went through, if you guys did not know, the next time we are live, I expect you guys to ask me questions. I expect questions because I need you. We all need you to be 100% at that 100% and ready. Because I know firsthand what certain questions, what certain looks, and what certain things that these men, women, children are going to do when they're asked certain questions, looked a certain way when they come out of these dumbs. Because I know for a fact that a certain look can pull me back into those feelings, can pull me back into those memories. And that's not where we need to be. Where we need to be is standing in our power. So I expect questions. Got it? I expect you guys to pick at my brain. Because I don't know how to really explain it. But if you guys ask questions, I can answer them. I can give you guys what you guys need to understand this would be good, this would not. So I want to do what I can to get you guys ready for when these women, men, children all come out of these dumbs and they are looking for help. Yes. I am ready for you guys to pick my brain, so. I'm strong enough. I can handle it. Oh, no! No, I'm just playing. I'm not that. No, it's not going to be me. Okay, yeah, that's kind of like. Woo! And, of course, Candy's going to be there to help with the other side as well. And to help keep me stabilized, because I know that these memories are going to bring up a lot of stuff within me. So, as we are all transitioning through this, that's the thing, TD. Where do we start? We start by standing in our power. Step number 1, standing in our power. Don't show weakness. Show strength. Do not show pity within the eyes. And don't ask questions. Because certain questions can bring us back into a certain frequency of remembering. So the inquisitive mind that wants to know needs to be completely shut down. They have to be ready to share. And the one thing that I know that helped me the most was that one phrase: you are safe with me. You are safe in my experience. And when I felt safe, that's when I was able to share my experience. That is how you help them, Flying Goat, is by being that safe space, being that power, because they want to know what power actually feels like. Not a power of, I am better than you, I know more than you, but a power of, if they can stand in their own power, so can I. And if they have that safe space to be able to be in and to see, that is what's going to help bring them into that space of, I'm ready to share. You don't have to ask questions. You just have to be ready for when they are ready to share. So, pity in the eyes, stop it. They don't want pity. They want strength. They want power. That's what I wanted. Not, oh, I'm so sorry. No, I don't want to hear you're sorry. That's weakness to them. That was weakness to me. But standing in the power of you gives them the strength to share when they are ready for it. So that's a good lesson right there to start focusing upon. Of shutting down that inquisitive mind, of asking questions, but coming up with statements of safety, of love.
Would you like to spend a little more time with the family?
I think I'm good at the moment.
Okay.
I think I'm really good at the moment. Because I'm feeling a lot of those memories coming up, and it's... yeah.
Well, I know I need to get up or I'm going to fall flat on the face right on the table. I need to get up and move around. And I'd like to get some dinner going for us, too.
Yes, we do need to start dinner, and it is now dark out, and our neighbor can see us. How rude. Love you. Love, 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 love. All right, everybody. Remember, it's the smallest things that matter the most. You guys are creating those smallest ripples, and you guys are making those ripples spread and far and wide. And as they spread far and wide, they're hitting the edges, and they're coming right on back. Remember, you are important. You are the most important person in this room. You are what's creating this change. You are love. You are light. And we are here in this together. You are not alone. And just keep moving forward and keep doing what you're doing, because what you're doing right now is perfect. We love you, and we will see you guys very soon and very shortly.
Probably not going to want to hear this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Always go with the choice that scares you the most. because it's the choice that's going to help you grow.
Wow.
I can't do negative today. Positive vibes, positive vibes.
Hey, best friend. Wait. To the person seeing this, I know you're tired. I know you're fed up and so close to breaking. But remember, you have strength within you even when you feel weak. Keep fighting, best friend.